etc. that
I wonder which
had their
country
eyes
he's healing up.
set. Oh, I don't know. Looks like the middle of like
Brazil. Maybe Bolivia?
Yeah.
Throwing arm aren't that strong. Ain't that strong, I'm
Yeah,
afraid.
unfortunately not. You actually just,
Well,
my
Bolivia's
brain just
thankful.
almost fried, like, geography? Like, no, don't let
I'm
me
hired
name
to talk
countries.
about video games,
Yeah,
not
please,
no
no.
countries.
Oh, Spark coming out of the game. Oh, that's unfortunate. He's running back with it.
We've learned not to judge it yet. But Alpha's also playing on that Winston, and I wonder how his Winston does compare. Never mind. Every time he gets on a Winston, I'm like, okay, Alpha's Winston, followed by, guess Alpha's playing Reinhardt. It's going to be the 3-2-1 from Mystic, as we've come to know and love. Doha will be the recipient of the repair pack, going to give him a lot of health, and of course that over armor
Wow, look
as
how
well.
aggro they're going. And they can at this point too, because they
give
know
up a
they have a Sombra. They might just give up a little bit of a capture progress. Only just there was O2 Blast able to retreat and actually get a little bit of time on that point, or defending on that point, I should say, and stop Element Mystic getting time on it.
Yeah, perhaps if Fundina wasn't picked there, then maybe that tick would have come through, because O2 Blast would have been caught out on their retreat to make sure that they were able to contest that. But now O2 Blast will once again set themselves up on the high ground. They can transition so easily between these two levels of verticality, of course, because you do have for Winston instead of for Reinhardt, meaning that Winston can sort of go down the zone. It's going to engage with the leap. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of split damage. Villeneuve's already earned himself a Primal Rage, in fact. Wow.
That's a lot of cleave.
There's a lot of cleave. And Proper, and Villeneuve just chasing down the rest. Just die, Habin. Just run into the team. There's no point trying to delay. Ouch. Ow, that's really frustrating. That's like, that's literally like mosquitoes or like flies, like,
Yeah.
right up in your face. Closer to the EMP though, he's only 10% away as Doha, and Sparkle has earned himself a Graviton Surge in the midst of all this, so not the worst thing in the world.
Doha going for the long disengage here, and he will need to pick up a mega health bank, but could be caught out. O2 Blast going to be checking for him, of course, whenever he's about to have the EMP. Sparkle can combine it with the Graviton, but you want to, like we've said many times before, you want to go for only using one of those two ultimates, ideally.
He's got it. Translocates in. EMPs. Only hits two, though. And Myeonbog is actually going to use the trance, so perfect engagement here from O2 Blast, in fact. Graviton Surge gets thrown out. Villeneuve's making sure not a lot of people can do damage to it, though. He's bashing around people with the Primal Rage in the small corridor. Another grab comes out. O2 Blast come out on top this time around. Krong with a few kills. Pelican with a couple of his own. And now Element Mystic threw everything and more, in fact, into that push. They got a couple of support holes left, Harry, but look at their time bank. Only 1 minute and 30 now remains.
An uncharacteristically poor EMP there from Doha. Hesitation, maybe. Thinking that potentially Spark would use the grab instead. When he laid down that EMP, only catching out 2 members, and that's so little value, especially when the rest of O2 Blast are ready to engage with Villeneuve. Using that Primal Rage, he did so much damage in the back.
Self-destruct's thrown in onto the stairs. Transcendence to try and make sure the Zen survives. And DNA pushing his team forward now. A beat comes out from both teams. Villeneuve yet again uses that Primal Rage. He does get stunned though and pushed into the corner, leaving the rest of Element Mystic enough time to take out Pelican and Rain. And now they finally found the fight that they needed. But still, O2 Blast are going to be able to stall for a little bit longer. 50 seconds. Element Mystic have to touch this point. They're not even capturing right now, by the way. Like, they're still trying to take out Villeneuve. Now they're finally getting capture progress.
I'm not sure why they took so long to move on to a point. This does mean that O2 Blast are going to have as much time as they want and more to set up on this point. Villeneuve going to move away now from the Winston. Wants to play on the Reinhardt. Doesn't want to take advantage of that beam where we often see Sombra setting up. But Doha, over the course of that last little bit of fighting, did build himself an EMP. This will now be available. Sparkle is also going to have the grab. We do often talk about how you only need to use one, but when you are looking for that assault, when you can use
EMP is coming in. That's the EMP was looking. That's the perfect. It's just perfect. It's sublime.
Flawless.
Flawless.
Bellissimo.
Yeah, bellissimo. 6-man EMPs making up for the EMP he got a bit earlier on. Myeonbog actually gets pushed away back into the Graviton Surge. They're not actually touching the cart right now. Oh, the point goes over to Element Mystic. A perfectly timed boop from Habin pushes the Transcendence back into the grabbed off of the point, and what was kind of a bad time bank after first gets turned into a more than impressive one onto seconds. Rolled on through, only lost 2 seconds technically on their attack.
Yeah, and we can see Sparkle definitely managing the incoming threats very well with that Graviton Surge.
Here we
Gets
go.
it in the corner.
You know, he sees Myeonbog, boom.
Boom.
Oh,
see ya.
and we got slid straight off the replay there. But you could trust us, it did happen.
Yeah, we'll give you the account of that, and that was great cooldown management there from Element Mystic. And Doha managing to get a 6-man EMP there, got exactly the right angle to be able to sneak some of that area of effect over the walls, which can defend people who are up on that walkway. Unfortunately for Myunbong, he got caught out as well. No chance to reply to that, and well, like you said, it makes up for the 2-man. It was a beautiful EMP, and after that, Villain was charged, I believe, before the EMP even hit. So there's potential that Villain was actually given the projected barrier by Krong, and that during this, they while the EMP was going off, Krong had given the barrier to Villainy, and that barrier would have been dissipated by the EMP, meaning the Villainy would receive the full damage upon the pin. So not only did that manage to catch Villainy off guard, it also managed to take out some of Krong's resources while not allowing for another projected barrier until about 2 seconds after the end of EMP. So, super smart play there for Alpha to get so aggressive, but that's exactly what we've come to expect from him. Doha now is going to be the one with the smarts. He's got the information. He's got the critical information, Jaws. He's going to be handing it over to the rest of his team.
Ain't that true? Rain receives a couple of critical shots to the face, ends up going down. Nice little hack there so he can't actually skate away. Now Doha's just coming out. It's basically free farm. He's going to be up against shields though, so not going to do a whole bunch.
Lucio has a really bad time dueling once he's been hacked. Loses out on that. Doha,
he's alright.
Going to lose out on his positioning, but not much else. Only losing a little bit of health. 35% of the way towards EMP, and that's so important on the defense here because O2 Blast have to move as a unit. Proper's moved over now onto the Sombra, wants to be able to get that his own annoyance in onto the point. Will currently be hanging around that back health pack, may decide to pressure out a point and try and divide Element Mystic's attention so that O2 Blast can make a cleaner rotation.
It's really how you deal with bunker comps as well, just divide attention. It's exactly what Element Mystic are doing right now with Doha just spraying in from the sidelines. Earned himself an EMP, first ult available in game. He might just unleash it here. Yes, he does. 5 people caught up. Myunbong is going to go down instantly. No HP remaining. Uses the Translocator rather aggressively. Trying to get another hack onto the Xayah, but he doesn't really need it, to be honest with you. He's going to get taken out rather sharpish as well.
Yeah, you can see how Sombra's very much there at their playstyle. Once they smell blood in the water, once they know that Element Mystic are in a position to win that fight, they start using the Translocator in a more aggressive sort of format, so you can chase people down instead of use it as that sort of escape tool. That can leave Sombras vulnerable in many cases, but often there's not enough to really check them. Will be a quick whip shot there onto Doha, giving him a warning from coming in again. Proper's going to be the first one to get a grab here, no doubt. May go for a hack onto Doha. This is terrible, potentially.
I don't know about that. Alpha got on
happening.
3 kills. Yeah, Alpha just got 3. The hack may have landed on Doha, but the rest of the team were focused on getting killed by Alpha. Alpha is still chasing, by the way. Nope, decides not to go around that corner. No, if he gets stunned up there, potential disaster for him. Waves a friendly goodbye to the rest of O2 Blast. They continue to hold Harry. Look at the ult bank they've acquired too.
And we talked about how often Sombras may go for hacks on other Sombras because it makes them incredibly vulnerable. Speaking of vulnerable, Doha pushing his luck, gets stunned, gets Discord Orb, just too much damage to deal with, and this is a perfect position now.
Alpha's going to have to go again, Harry. He needs to go big here. Proper's got the EMP available too. He's going to jump onto into the skies. Almost baiting out there, Element Mystic. And Dine luckily didn't press Q just yet, hasn't unleashed the Transcendence, but O2 Blast claiming time on the point.
And Dine has to be very careful with his positioning here. Cannot get caught with the CMP, wants the Translocator, but second tick going to be given away now. Element Mystic, they're waiting for Doha. You can see he's around the back now.
They're going to go in. Graviton Surge has been used. That EMP is going to come out as well from Proper, but only catching 2. Alpha's still swinging away. He doesn't seem to care that he's been hacked. He receives a bubble from the Xayah in order to stay alive in the fight. O2 Blast get forced off the point for now and have a minute to spare in order to gain 33%. Another EMP comes in. O2 Blast under a lot of pressure now. Villeneuve ends up going down. Doha taking control of the game. Sparkle's going to find a couple of kills also. O2 Blast halted at the final hurdle at getting this first point. 33% remains with only 40 seconds to do it in now. Doha goes it down once again, but it looks like this could be disastrous, actually. They're just going to almost stagger themselves. Krong into going down so late.
Cannot be allowed to escape with that energy. Same will be said of Rain. And that was a great defensive EMP there from Doha. The second his team got caught up in that Graviton Surge, I think 2 people were inside. He just hacked and made sure that Villeneuve could not do anything, could not swing into that Graviton Surge and deliver the damage. While Alpha could just happily hold his shield and show people within the Graviton were very much well defended. O2 Blast do have a couple of ultimates to play with here. Myunbong going to go over onto that Ana. Once again, he believes this may well be the better play against the Sombra.
Sparkle is so close, man.
Bit of pressure.
10% towards that Graviton Surge,
They
but they
didn't
step off the
touch!
point! Why?
That's a series.
That's a C9 and a series to Element Mystic.
That's a chance.
It's one of those times again where one of your team, you're like, someone's going to touch, right? Someone is going to be on this payload, or a payload or point. It doesn't matter. Look at the time ticking down now. O2 Blast not stepping onto the point. They even had the Korean commentators equally as looking confused as we are right now. There was a point, like I said, it's one of those times where you're like, okay, someone's going to touch. Someone's going to touch. We can hear the ticking down in our headsets. We know time is of an essence right now, but no one did. That is a C9. Now you can spam C9s in chat.
Yeah, at this level of play as well, that's unacceptable. There's going to be a serious talk with the coaching staff right now. And usually you'd like have your Diva, your Sombra, your Lucio do this.
Someone mobile.
Yeah, and you can't blame that on the new players because they're playing the flex support and they're playing on like these more static roles. It would be down to the main core of O2 Blast to ensure that happened.
Element Mystic take the series there, and then O2 Blast didn't manage to get the first point. We're going to jump to a quick break, guys. Do not go anywhere. We still got maps to play. Welcome back, guys. Element Mystic versus O2 Blast. Element Mystic, they're now out of that small scrimmage block carry. They're out of the 2-2 and the 8-8 scoreline, claiming a 3-0 right now. We're going to move on to Junkertown as our last map. O2 Blast, what a head-in-hands moment, really. I mean,
that's a not like this.
Yeah, exactly. Not even stepping off of the point, just not even touching the point to force OT, giving up the series on Horizon on the first point.
Yeah, some maybe masterful baiting and kiting from Element Mystic, just like, hey, come up onto the walkway, you got to take us off the high ground if you want to play this, and they just sort of like back off. They make O2 Blasting, hey, we can get a little bit more aggressive here, we can run on in, and they run on in and past the point, looking through the window like,
They're even on the window. Oh, there's an objective.
Damn.
Half of me thinks that because they saw like they had a little bit of extra percentage progress on the point, they were like, okay, so it's going to go to OT, right? Like we've touched in the last few seconds, and then obviously it just disappears right.
It's not
from under them, exactly. Well, Junkertown is still all to play for. O2 Blast need to be able to claim at least a map here.
Yeah, their map differential was the worst out of those in the 2-2 sort of bracket. I think we were sitting at -2. Everyone else was on a clean 0. And Mystic, of course, want to go for that +4. And they have had this resurgence with Vendine. It feels like now they really are used to playing with this flex support. We've had 3 wins in a row now. They started off the season pretty poorly, losing twice, getting clean swept
losing to a
by
trials team
WGS
as well.
Armament. Yeah, it was very much an inglorious moment for former finalists, but it looks like they are now retaining, or regaining rather, that momentum in their favor.
Well, we'll have to see if O2 Blast can reclaim a little bit extra here. Maybe we see Kaiser step in, because we did see, like I mentioned before, did step in against Genji when they did lose the series, and stepping on to Rialto. It'll, of course, be Escort next. Junkertown is the map. And Junkertown, again, leads to a little bit more something funky. I would want to see Mystic come out a little bit DPS. I want to see some Sparkle Doomfist again. I wonder if he's going to pick it up on the new patch.
Doomfist, Genji.
Anything, really.
Sparkle's Trace is also nothing to be sniffed at.
Sparkle in general is just insane.
Yeah.
Gamer. Big gamer.
I'd call him what? Overwatch League Season 3 is the most eligible bachelor, potentially?
Yeah, one of which, definitely. Definitely DPS role.
Can fit into a lot of teams maybe right can reunite with Guard at some point.
That'd be nice.
That would be wonderful. I'd have to see. What's going to happen here is... Nope, we do not see Kaiser in, which is a shame, because I think Kaiser may have a little bit of a easier time dealing with the aggression of Alpha, but Alpha's not going to be in. They're actually swapping back now to Takoyaki, so Element Mystic are proffering this consistently shifting playstyle of the frontline. Takoyaki, a little bit more reserved, a little bit more calculated, whereas Alpha, he is a WM1 master. He plays like like we see some Sombras play on Horizon Lunar Colony.
WM1. That's all we know, but the Takoyaki on the offense first. Maybe a little bit of Bastion Pirate Ship wouldn't go amiss, to be fair. Although it's sometimes very hard to play Pirate Ship when you kind of know they're going to go 3-3. You can bundle onto the Bastion.
I'm happy to see Villain currently on that Winston. I think that really showed off a good amount of coordination from O2 Blast on their Horizon defense. Unfortunately, it fell apart so fast on the second point when they swapped over to Reinhardt, but that first point defense basically took up a huge amount of the Element Mystic time bank. Maybe they will be just as effective here on Junkertown. Remains to be seen where Villeneuve will take these engagements, of course. He's going to have to lead his team. He's going to have to deliver that burst damage with a leap, and of course with a puncher, so you can deliver about 80 damage with the leap and melee combo, which is a lot of good burst to try and take away a lot of armor, which can very much mitigate Tesla cannon damage, as well as the damage that a Diva would do with shotgun pellets.
Habin was on the hands there, you can see. Just saying that scouting arrow doesn't want any early shenanigans being afoot from O2 Blast. They're holding on the stairs at this current moment in time. No persistent shield on the side of O2 Blast. Yeah, Villeneuve is going to have to back off. See, Doha can play so, like, a good range here. He can just play out of the Tesla cannon range of the Winston, and he has to put down shield to avoid some of that damage, which is such a problem if you are over 3-3.
He also can have to put down his shield to avoid hacks. He's such a big hack target. He has been had so recently as well.
Oh, man. Okay, that's just punishing. Pelican and Villeneuve already going to go down. Doha, look how quick he's charged EMP. It's insane. Using that... What? Using that...
Short hop translocator.
Yeah, short hop translocator just jumping straight in front of Myeongbong. He didn't really see it. He was like, okay, I've escaped. I have Lucio with me. I have speed boost. I have all the
I'm out, baby.
And Doha's
home
like,
free.
Nope.
No, not today. Villain's going to move back over on to the Reinhardt, of course. The Winston, not really great play against the Sombra, unfortunately. So easy to hack, and the second that he is hacked, of course, he can be burnt down with Sparkle's Beam as well as Doha's SMG. Already, though, Villeneuve going to move on here.
That EMP's going to come out, though. Villeneuve's going to get hacked as well. Didn't actually get EMP. That was just a vanilla hack going on to him. Proper and Pelican getting hacked as well. Had to scurry for cover. Takoyaki will end up falling. Rain goes a little bit aggro, but ends up getting taken down anyway. At the end of it all, anyway, as Rain does get hacked. Pretty easy cleanup there for Element Mystic. Again, just so perfect ultimate usage. They're stockpiling, being able to just get the EMP off, and then Takoyaki swinging away, Sparkle right-clicking. That's it. It's pretty much done.
They did manage to, however, not really invest that much themselves, and it does mean that, oh, Doha caught out again by Pelican.
This is not what you want.
Now they are able to use their spot ultimates freely. They don't have to worry about an EMP coming in from Doha.
That is the one thing they did not want to happen. O2 Blast now can take priority on the high ground, but Element Mystic deciding, you know, we know you haven't got many ults available. Well, we're just gonna re-engage completely with the Sombra. She provides a whole lot of damage too.
Rain may decide to be the one who answers a Graviton Sturge here with the sound barrier, because he knows that Doha won't be able to strip it away with the EMP at this moment unless they do catch a whole lot of poke, in which case Myeongbong would have to be the one to do that. Doha is building up to the EMP rather quickly, as he is famed for doing so.
Wrapping around like some deli meats right now. Sparkle is going to open up with that Graviton Surge. Transcendence to match though. Another Graviton Surge is getting used. Takayaki sends 2 to the floor. 2B's going to come out. Finally, something's happening. Something might die now as the EMP shreds away the shields. Doha, perfect positioning. However, Element Mystic, not quite so lucky just yet. Takayaki and Happen to go down regardless. Everybody was on top of both Pelican and Villeneuve, who were swinging away. Nice EMP usage, but a sound barrier wasn't enough to actually save Element Mystic.
Ultimately, Villeneuve and Pelican just doing so much damage there with those melee swings when everyone's caught in those confined areas. That's when you really get the maximum damage out of these cleaves, the maximum value of just holding the M1. And when you're hacked, you don't have a chance to hold up your shield anyway, Jaws. So your only recourse is to just swing away, swatting up the fly of this Sombra. And eventually it does work out. Sparkle's slightly ahead when it comes to Graviton Surge Charge. Hanbin can also bring everyone forward, but Undine being picked early, this could just mean a full disengage.
That is pretty bad if you are Element Mystic right now.
Pretty good if you're Myeonbong.
Oh, yeah.
Saying, hey, so I'm pretty new to the team, but I've been checking Doha a lot here.
I'm going to be checking on Undine as well. Yeah, those right clicks from the Zens, pretty damn important. Just remind me of someone like Avox back in EU.
Yeah, getting those opening picks always.
Or Jonak, to be fair. Like, any good Zenyatta is finding opening picks before the fight even starts, forcing more time out of the time bank.
And in the 3-3, for Zenyatta, such an important source of damage. Probably one of your main damage dealers amongst it. Doha going to have to run away right there. Those are wide radiuses on those high energy mortars, but Doha will manage to keep himself safe. We'll get the Harmony Orb as well. Ready to go with that EMP, but needs to make sure that Element Mystic are in a position to try and take advantage.
Oh, Canton! Let's go! Pelican gets the stun onto the EMP, gets completely denied, and they get grabbed and killed off one by one by one. Pelican, you absolute monster. Element Mystic are going to go down yet again. Yeah, he's happy with himself, showing us some cool Brigitte tech as well. Element Mystic going to have to go again. They don't invest a whole bunch though, only EMP and Rally used, so Sparkle has the Graviton Surge advantage.
One of the main questions in the 3-3 meta has been what makes a good Brigitte, because it's often hard to tell, but it's not hard to tell when you look at that particular engagement. Doha there, so caught out, thought he had the drop, but Pelican, the eye in the sky, the bird from above. You can't drop in on a bird, they fly.
They're wrapping around. I don't know, maybe if you
fly higher?
Fly from space, yeah, maybe so. Transcendence is going to get used to start off the engagement. Krong is doing so much damage to the back line, mind you. You can see Takayaki kind of refusing to hold his shield, let his shield down. A nice Graviton Surge from Sparkle should seal the deal, as they do claim the payload, finally. There's so much time actually burnt down there. Only 60 seconds now remains. We'll see if they can get back in time. Myeongbong switching over to the Ana. We've seen this fairly often now from him. Just from the Zen to the Ana. Yeah, his bio grenades in.
Must think that Doha almost has that EMP. He would be right. 83% right now, and climbing, of course, as the SMG spam comes in.
They might not be able to touch now.
However, passive... Yeah, there it is. Passive accumulation of the ultimate will allow Doha to get that EMP even without engaging now. Second point will be acquired. 1 minute and 30 extra, but a great burning of the time bank on second here for O2 Blast. And we remember how long it took for Element Mystic to take first. They basically took it in just a single fight with that hack on Villeneuve.
Takiyaki's got that shadow. He's ready and waiting. There's the EMP. There's the shadow. The beat's going to come out as well. Takayaki is going to help Harbin take out Villeneuve. There's Pelican at the back. Can't really stun much now as you are hacked, unfortunately, friend. And Dinia is also going to fall. Another easy cleanup for Element Mystic. Finally, Doha finding the engagement he needed. Wow, Unique actually punishing proper. Good thing taking out the Xayah that late as well. Stops all that charge being saved up.
And Doha being this aggressive not only denies proper that charge, but also gains himself about halfway to the next EMP as well. Takayaki not quite so lucky. He has been playing the cart supervisor right now, moving that on forward. Element Mystic have 4 ultimates ready to go. The same can be said of O2 Blast. So Krong is going to have the greater offensive power here. We haven't seen a big Graviton Diva Bomb combo yet today. And he's been hacked, so he cannot combine. Proper can't use that grab when he wants to. Sparkle's been slept though. This could also be equally as devastating.
Oh. That's what they wanted. They want Krong to get hacked, so Sparkle had a clear wink on and just throwing out the grab. We'll see if they want to go for it again. They go for the EMP instead. Graviton Surge quickly thrown out by O2 Blast, though, to make sure they can survive. No oncoming damage from Element Mystic now. They use that rally as Villeneuve ends up going down. Another nice sleep dart, but it just goes to no avail, no use, really, as Takayaki just kind of takes it and tanks it. The Graviton Surge from Sparkle does absolutely nothing as itself.
And they are going to try and move up here, deny all the space away. Will they be able to touch the
remaining,
car?
Harry. No, they are not. I try and send in some coming through from Element Mystic to try and touch, but it was... Well, and it went absolutely nowhere, really. Just
Let's talk about Sparkle's grab there.
Let's not talk about Sparkle's grab there. Element Mystic 2019.
What was he grabbing? I don't know if someone was caught in that and just disappeared really quickly, but when I looked at it, it was just a grab on the ground.
It was a grab on the payload.
Maybe we catch it. Oh no, this is...
Oh dear. Well, O2 Blast, they've managed to chase them out. This is the game-winning play right here. It's just actually just chasing them away. It's so hard to disengage when you're actually around the loop part of this last payload path.
Yeah, you can be intercepted.
You can be intercepted through the underground, and there's a mega health back there too, so it kind of sustains you a little bit when you go through it. Bit of an issue for Element Mystic when they were on the retreat. O2 Blast hold the payload before third, so not too bad at all, and Element Mystic have a nice green box to aim for now.
Got to give credit for that combination of self-destruct into Boop as well, but allowed Krong to take out Ndine with that self-destruct. And we talk so often, because it is universally true, that in these sort of like final clutching fights, when you lose out on your Zenyatta and you lose out on the Discord Orb and the damage that you can output, as well as building up towards that Transcendence, that can very much sink the ship that is your team at any given point. Proper looks like he may decide to go for a single shot here with Widowmaker. Unlikely to stick on it, of course, when we look at the remainder of O2 Blast. Comp will go over onto the Xayah. Doha, of course, going to be starting off scouting away. Could be caught out here with a headshot if he is caught with a Sonic Arrow from Pelican.
This is a nice angle.
No one going to catch him there. It's going to be a swap up back to 3-3 as Doha begins his assailing of the O2 Blast front line.
Yeah, it's kind of mad. The ground that he's covering here, and you could see that there's like one person that can really stop him, and that is Krong, using those thrusters. But it does mean Element Mystic are forced back here. Don't have the Diva. Have to rely on Doha just doing a lot of damage, which he is doing. If you just for a moment actually just pay attention to how much ult he actually just gains when he's free firing, it's a little bit ridiculous. He's already up at 54% of that EMP.
You know, Alpha's been, or Takayaki rather, has been knocked off, has been given. That Discord Orb will be able to disengage the remainder of his team, though. O2 Blast will claim space in exchange for the health of Takayaki.
Proper's already dead. Nice little right click from Ndine. Does get one kill. Sparkle fires around the shield of Villeneuve, but they do trade two here. Unique and Doha are going to go down. So it's just stabilizing for Element Mystic now. That is the game plan for them. Just huddle around this car, make sure it doesn't move any further. Yeah, I hope that Doha can find a way to use that EMP, maybe combine it with another ultimate, but likely they'll only need to use the vanilla EMP, then speed boost forward. There's the grab. Translocator is going to get thrown away. Perhaps he EMPs off to the side when this Transcendence has gone down. He ends up using it, only catching two members and actually solo hacking Villeneuve off to the sidelines. Got no shield to bear now as Sparkle ends up taking him down. Takayaki just trying to stay alive. Has that shadow. Won't want to use it here, though. Too much already been invested. 3 ultimates from Element Mystic. They will have 3 remaining for the next fight. They will not have any of their major offensive ultimates. They need those to try and stop the onslaught of Krong and Proper, who do have that big combination, even though we haven't seen much of it today. It's often been due to the machinations of these Sombras. They try and interrupt the setup for this. They get a hack onto the Diva, trying to force out the usage of a Graviton Surge, or try and prolong the time that Xayah will hold that Graviton, because they want to allow their Diva to have that opening. Oh,
wow,
my
shadow
lord! Villain, where are you looking, bro? Looking behind him, he's like, where's the team? They're behind me, I think. Now they're all dead, friend. Hold tab. Got big red X's through their names. Element Mystic popping off, or Takayaki popping off.
Looked like that was a great coordination there from Element Mystic. That was a millisecond play. Doha, I think, went for hack on Villeneuve. And of course, Villeneuve, he wants to avoid that hack, so he turns his shield around to interrupt the line of sight between himself and Doha. The second when he turns it around, that's when Takayaki can lay down the shadow. That's a wonderful set play there from Element Mystic.
And they still have EMP, Harry. They're going to jump on in. Wright's going to use that beat to try and make sure they survive, but you see Villeneuve, Inzi gets taken out. Not sure how it didn't catch him, but regardless, it didn't matter anyway. Now a minute stands in the way of O2 Blast trying to deliver this payload onto the first point. Krong gets stalled as well, like staggered out by Doha. They've got a wealth of ultimates, Harry, but they can't just cash in those checks.
Now they have. They just aren't finding the opportunities to use them. You've got this all-encompassing, powerful ultimate combination with the Graviton Surge and the self-destruct, but you've got to worry about so many shields, and you've got to worry about so many mitigating factors which can stop it, including hacks. There's Krong hacked right now. Proper's going to use the Graviton Surge. You won't be able to get...
Oh,
no one's
no!
in it! That's 0% accuracy.
Oh, that's a good one, though. Straight onto Villain. Self-destruct's going to come in. More defensively used, but no one ends up going down. Both beats have also been laying down, as well as that Shatter. He catches one in the back line, but the rest of O2 Blast were able to scurry around the defeated target to make sure he doesn't instantly go down. A Transcendence has also been utilized by Undine, but can they find anything on this? An EMP is available, but Takiyaki's already dead. This is the controlling fight that they needed. Proper taking out the main tank was all that they required in order to win this fight. Doha didn't want to invest this EMP. They know O2 Blast aren't going to have a lot of time now to actually get back to this play. Mystic aren't going to have much time to get back to this payload now. O2 Blast can go at this once again. Myungbong switches off the Zenyatta as well. Wants to go over to the Ana, provide a little bit more healing.
Doha there also tried to escape, but missed his translocator. Did not get up over the bridge as he would like, and instead was fed over to Prop, who almost has another Graviton Search. Hopefully this one won't be going into the ground, but going into the enemy instead. EMP may well be the engagement tool here. Doha's going to be looking for it. Villain, he's going to have to watch out. Could be the primary target here, especially if he's given the Discord Orb.
There's only one support ultimate really that O2 Blast can utilize, and that is that rally. So online in 1%. They're just going to hide away for the time being, go for a big boy rotation, but can they do anything else? And, poking his head out, but that's about it.
It's going to be Reynos around the back. Everyone's just going to try and claim this space, but what are they going to do with it, Jaws? They are having their time inexorably slip away. Myungbong now has a commanding position on the high ground.
Doha can surprise them here as well, Harry. He throws that. He deleted his Translocator as well. He's ready to go in with it. Or he might not even need it as they do drop to the ground. This car is being moved ever so slightly forward. Doha going in, translocates upwards, finds 3 with the EMP. Graviton Surge gets thrown out though. Takayaki and friends do end up going down. Pelican swinging in with Villeneuve getting nanoed as well. No way he was falling anytime soon. Earns himself a shatter off of that fight as well.
Great way to mitigate the potential for EMP coming in is, of course, using a more spread out formation from O2 Blast, and that is very much available to them when you have that Ana who can lay down the long range healing. So long as you're playing within the sightline, Jaws, you can be about as far away as you want, because that hit scan healing can keep your Reinhardt alive as well as deliver the nano boost at such a long range. Already a hack throw on
nice hack on Krong. Sparkle's pretty much free now to throw it out without it getting eaten. Krong's hack is going to wear off momentarily. There it is. He's available again now, but look at this. At the back line, they're able to find 2. Self-destruct thrown in. Doesn't find anybody, but clears out Element Mystic. Harbin is going to fall in the chaos of it all, but that Transcendence isn't going to last Element Mystic a whole lot of time. It ends up running out, and O2 Blast continue to move the payload. They only had a few seconds to do it, Harry. They had a couple more minutes to their time bank. 2 minutes to move it towards third.
And unfortunately there, Sparkle had a little bit of a misplay when it came to the usage of his Projector Barrier. Actually put the Projector Barrier onto Undine while he was trancing, meaning that you get very little value out of that. Maybe you get some energy, but he's invincible anyway. He's going to be giving it to Doha this time. Make sure that that Sombra's safer to keep plinking away with the SMG. Of course, it's only about 10% away now from that EMP, which is so important for Element Mystics try and stop the bleeding. They've got to try and reclaim momentum here, but they don't have that many ults to do it with. They're just going to try to go EMP and maybe a vanilla engagement.
Gosh places Translocator, so he can't throw it into the engagement. It's just deleted it, so maybe he's ready. Throws it in, EMPs, 4 people caught. Villeneuve instantly gets deleted. Just shredded off the face of the planet. I mean, now O2 Blast, what do? They need to pull the trigger.
No shield
No
available.
self-destruct now can be thrown in on top of that Graviton Surge, and they've received the beat in order to survive. Doha is going to go down, but Proper is going to get nanoed and marches forward. A nice boop actually onto Takayaki, but Proper's way too far forward, instantly gets grabbed on his own. Now 40 seconds stands in their way of another 20 meters. Villeneuve in a little bit of trouble. The rest of Element Mystic are going to corral around him as the Transcendence has been used. A shatter hits the ground, but an instant re-engage from Villeneuve hits 2 to the floor.
Shatter around Bionade was enough to seal the fates of many of Element Mystic's players here. 20 seconds remain and a couple of meters. Maybe the re-engagement can come through, Jaws, so it doesn't look like it's going to be in any big force.
Proper's going to be on that Tracer, trying to vie for some additional damage. Personal barrier, all used by Sparkle.
Beautiful.
Now he's vulnerable. A couple of meters now remain. Takiyaki's trying to get back, but it's not enough. O2 Blast, they claim 1 map at least. But Element Mystic, at the end of it all, claim the series.
Not the cleanest victory if Element Mystic wanted will be the 3-1 scoreline. O2 Blast definitely getting a feel for how to play against Doha, and I imagine many other teams in Korean Contenders will be watching these VODs, looking at Myeonbong's Ana play and be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. We can try and do this to mitigate the incoming Sombra damage.
Nice little few set plays here from O2 Blast. I mean, you see Villeneuve come back. He's 10% away. He's going to be able to hit Flame Strike, and then it's like, whoa, Takoyaki, he's got Transcendence, okay. I play back and then wait for that Shadow to come out. Instantly, you see Takoyaki trying to be aggressive. Shadow hits it, like you said, and a nade comes on top. Can't get healed, so you're as good as dead.
Yeah, probably needs to come back quickly. Swaps over to the Tracer, and of course, you can do so much damage to tanks when you're unchecked, and you will be unchecked when you're in this mad rush towards the objective. 240 damage a clip will take out Azaya rather quickly, as you saw previously.
That's it, Element Mystic taking the series, though. And like you said, this is a really good turnaround for them. Did lose a couple of times in the earlier weeks, but now they're on a nice little streak. They're feeling good. They're feeling fresh coming up towards playoff soon.
Yeah, and hopefully that mentality will be able to carry them forward. Of course, the last match in our regular season round robin will be Element Mystic versus Runaway, a rematch of the season 3 grand finals. That's going to be insane. I think CP and Jaws, CP and Jaws.
CP and Jaws.
Yeah, CP and Avast probably going to be casting that one.
I'll take your job now.
Does that mean I get to cast with Avast?
I guess so. 2 colors and 2 paper plays. I wonder who's going to talk. Probably ZP. He's got a little bit of a louder voice than me.
Hey, he's a big guy. He's got a big voice.
Yeah,
can't argue with that.
We'll fly him out here as well.
Yeah, but this does sort of like break our deadlock towards the center of the table where a load of teams were 2-2. We now have Element Mystic trying to scratch out ahead with the 3-2 scoreline. Of course, Gen G going to be looking to either match from there with 3-2 or go to 4-1 tomorrow.
Yeah, let's look at these standings, though, after today. O2 Blast, look at that. Now they're down in the relegation zone. 2 and 3 on the board, -5 as well. We did mention before the fact that they did have the worst map differential coming into today when it came to those teams that were 2 and 2. Runaway still sitting at 4-0, but Element Mystic, they're creeping, Harry. They're creeping up. Gen G get to play tomorrow, though.